what up? Sam here from the Homestead box, and I hope you have already planted those tomatoes. I hope you're getting excited about your gardens this spring. I know we are. We've got a lot going on here, but this month we wanted to introduce a little something different. It may take some of you out of your comfort zone, but we wanted to explore the uncultivated food source that is in the woods, the parks, the lakes, and the ponds all around you. So this month's box, get ready for it, Fruitful Foraging. So first thing we got in the box is always your product card here. It just gives you a list of everything you got. We'll get to this month's brand spotlight in just a moment. And then you got your project side on the back of that. So let's dig right in. You might hear Sammy back here in the background. She's just playing around and enjoying the pond and the good weather. All right, so first thing, and we might use a little bit right now, is the, well, let me open this. I thought it was open. Is the otter wax mosquito repellent. So when you're out there in the woods and everything, you're gonna run into some bugs. So we included some mosquito repellent as well as some other things in the box that are going to help you stay somewhat comfortable as you're out there exploring this forgotten feast. So your guide this month to exploring the forgotten feast is this book right here. An awesome book. I got my copy back in the fall and I've been reading through it. And I grew up hunting and fishing all my life, but there's a food source out there in terms of foraging that I haven't really explored until my adult life. My family always picked up pecans, and of course we have wild grapes here in the south, as well as wild blackberries, huckleberries, things like that. And she's just gonna make as much noise as she possibly can. But this book really points out some of those plants that I haven't thought about. One being pigweed. I didn't know that pigweed was an amaranth plant that is completely edible. So I'm going to try to incorporate that. And this is all about food sources that you do not have to work for. You don't have to cultivate them. You don't plant them. You don't fertilize. You don't water them. You just get your kit, go out to the woods, and gather them. So this book is going to take some of you maybe into an introduction into fishing, an introduction into hunting as well, and just how to fill your freezer and to supplement your garden and the efforts you're making at home. So start with your book. That's by Hank Shaw. We're actually going to do a live interview with Hank Shaw late March, early April, so that after you've read through his book, you can tune into that live show and ask questions right to the author. So that's really cool. The next item to help keep you comfortable out here is this. This is called the Daily Tube from Blackstrap Industries. It's made in the U.S. and it's really just an awesome piece of versatile headgear. Let me demonstrate a little bit here. So you can just pull it all the way over and keep your neck protected. Pull it up as a face mask and keep your ears protected. Pull up here as a headband. And what we've been doing as we get our gardens prepped and everything for this spring, you pull it through like this, move that knot down. Whoop. You got a nice bandana to keep the sweat out of your eyes. It's SPF 50, so it's going to keep the sun off of you, those UV rays. And I like this fishing down on the coast and on the river. It's a lot better than wearing sunscreen, which is putting chemicals all over your skin. As well as I never remember to reapply that sunscreen. So this covers my ears and my nose and everything, and I don't have to think about reapplying it. It's just an awesome thing to have. keep dust out of your face. But as you're going through the woods, you can keep mosquitoes off of you and everything like that. Just a nice versatile piece of headwear from Blackstrap. Next thing we got are these salves from Silly Goat Soap, which is our brand spotlight this month. You can see that on your product card. Silly Goat Soap is a small family-run homestead in New York, and they make soaps, lotions, everything from the products that are from the materials that they produce on their homestead. And what we've included is the healing salve. It's got a lot of comfrey in it, and I know guys that especially guys aren't really into like skincare or anything like that, but the truth is we abuse our skin every day in the garden. Handles rough up our hands. You might be out here, all kind of thorns and stuff in the woods. So this is just going to help heal and moisturize and soothe those beat up hands. And then they've included some jewelweed based poison ivy, poison oak treatment here. And as much as I enjoy the outdoors and going into the woods, and I've learned to identify poison ivy from a young age, but for some people it's just inevitable. You're going to come in accidental contact with some poison ivy or poison oak, and this is really going to help soothe any complications from that. So we just want to include those, like I said, to make going out into the outdoors and gathering that uncultivated food source a little bit more comfortable. Now, as far as harvesting that food source and venturing out into the woods, this is an awesome product. It's exclusive to Hoss Tools. It's just super nifty. They call it their garden satchel. It's heavy cotton canvas and the seatbelt strap material strap. And this is not only good for carrying your water bottle and all your tools and things, your bug spray, all that kind of stuff out into the woods with you, but it's also a great gathering bag to find wild greens, berries, nuts, anything like that. And I actually find that I'm using mine more and more around the homestead. I keep garden tools in here, drip irrigation supplies. When I'm seeding, whether it's potatoes or anything else, I keep my seed in here, and that way when I get home I can just grab this bag, head out and do what I need to do. I've even kind of used it, even though I have tool belts, just to keep nails and stuff. If I need to go make a quick repair on the chicken coop or something like that, I just reach for this bag. It's a heavy canvas material. You can wax this if you want to, but it's just super useful for gathering in nature and everything else. In addition to that, now if you've upgraded to our Pioneer box, you've got 2 extra tools. This is the Lesh Pro Digging Tool, and it's very similar to a Hori Hori knife, and it's sharp on this edge, serrated on this edge, so you can use it as a trowel, as a knife for digging out tubers and roots that you want to forage, or for just cutting off bark for use in different teas and stuff like that. This is killer in the garden as well for transplanting, for just digging up hard roots. This is just a beater. It takes a lot of abuse and keeps on giving. So it comes with a nice little nylon sheath, and that's part of my personal foraging kit. It can either go on your belt or in your bag. And then the last thing, why you got such a big box this month, is the Hoss over the shoulder picking bucket. This thing is useful in so many ways, mainly for harvesting not only in the wild. If you've got crab apples, wild grapes, berries, pears, persimmons, big fruits like that, this is going to hold a lot of it. but it's also super useful in the garden. This is a professional style picking setup. So if you're harvesting lots and lots of tomatoes, you go out to the garden when your eggplants and your bell peppers and tomatoes start coming in. This is just a nice hands-free way where you can pick, put them directly in here and make big harvests in a big bucket. And I found just that I use this all the time now. It's a great durable plastic bucket. You got the seat belt straps again, and little padding back there just to make it all comfortable. It's fully adjustable, so that's it. The point of this month's box is to get out there. Springtime's here. Get out there in the woods, get out to your parks, your lakes, your public lands, or your private woods, and see what food sources there are around you that you don't have to grow. You don't have to put hardly any work into except to just go out, pick them, gather them. We're going to talk this month a little about fishing and a little about hunting and those food sources that are available to us out there. The whole philosophy behind this box is we got to thinking our garden space is precious to us, and we grow certain things, and not everybody has a huge property that they can fence off and keep livestock, or not everybody wants to put the time into aquaponic culture. But why have those things when we have so much public lands? We have small ponds like this that hold small fish. We have the U.S. has tons of public land that you can go out to and hunt on and harvest that meat for your freezer. So we're going to be talking about that. Let's keep the conversation going. If you have any comments, be sure to leave them in the comments section below. Stay tuned for the interview with Hank Shaw near the end of the month. And don't forget our garden giveaway. Just go to the homesteadbox.com, click on monthly giveaway, and we're giving away 4 long handle garden tools, a spade, a garden fork, a compost shovel, and a field hoe in the middle of March. So don't miss your opportunity to sign up for that. Thanks.